What did I tell you, Monica? 3 o'clock, right? It's no wonder. Like, I don't know why I don't have a nervous breakdown. Oh, anyhow, my story continues with wherever you were, see, at lunchtime, they blow the whistle. All
Right.
the men would leave, work would stop, and they'd leave work. So that's how I knew it was time to go home, pretend like I was coming home for lunch till I got caught. Then my mother says, oh, we need to go to school. They want to talk to us. And we go. And then they hammer me with, how come you haven't been coming to school? I looked at my mother like, But anyhow, so here's an interesting thing. You see that picture of that high school I showed you, which is up on Cumberland Street, which I'll show you. This was our athletic field over here on the corner. We walked from Cumberland Street down here. And this is where we played sports and football and all that.
It's a little bit of a hike, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it was a good hike. Yes, it was.
Lisa was there on Cumberland Street. I'm pretty familiar with it.
You know where that is. And then here, see, this was all factory, you see it. This is all supposed to be contaminated ground, right? Then they're supposed to be building this whole big thing up here of apartments because it's right on the river. It's on the point of the river.
Yeah.
But who knows if that's ever going to happen. But over here, anyhow, was a bar. Little tiny dumpy bar. That place was loaded every lunchtime. I thought that they had throughout, I had a box that Smokey specified before he died that he wanted Charles to have. And it was a stamp. The stamps are supposed to be made out of like a gold flake or something.
Wow.
But him and his wife, Carolyn, bought them together. So Smokey, being as he is, wanted to make sure that Charles got that because she owned half of them. And then I couldn't find it. Nobody knew what I was talking about. Nobody knew what I was talking about. Now they all of a sudden they find it. See all this? You want to hear an interesting story? They used to have trains back here.
Really?
And they used to haul things. And inside the cars of the trains was styrofoam, about this thick, right? So when we were working on a house up on Broadway, Uncle Ted gets the idea, if you can have a styrofoam ice chest, why couldn't you use the styrofoam for walls? And I often said to him, one day somebody's going to buy this house and rip down that wall. And when they see all that styrofoam, they're going to think you were nuts. Well, no, he wasn't nuts. They use it today.
Yeah.
Right.
That many years ago. You used to be able to drive down here.
Multi-millionaire.
Oh, gee, listen. If we
in
have,
many ways, right?
as I said, we have more bullshit than Tom Pepper, as my dad would say, whoever the hell Tom Pepper was. And if we only did half of what we could have done, but you know, I always say, we all did our best.
What are these blocks of cement?
Well, you tied things to them. I just don't know what the hell they tied to them.
Well, and I was looking at the trees, wondering why they took such great
Out of here.
deliberate,
Yeah.
to put these trees in.
They have something in mind for this area.
Of this whole thing is supposed to be a big, fabulous, like Philadelphia.
Boy, I'd love to go wandering in there.
Yeah.
Maybe not. She said the ground's all contaminated.
Yeah, it was
Whatever.
contaminated from the chemicals. Even you wonder what they stored there.
Yeah, what's in that silo?
And you see how Gloucester sold this damn whole plot of ground to Koch Oil, right? How did it ever improve Gloucester? It didn't.
Yeah.
They sold the whole other end to Holtz. How did it ever improve Gloucester? It didn't.
see petroleum lines.
I mean,
And it
it's
says
just,
it's managed by PSE&G. That's curious.
yeah, that is curious. But you see, this is all vacant land.
Yeah.
But something will come there. And I guarantee if something's going to come there, it's going to be another port like that one over there in Philly. And they'll talk the people into, oh, you know, we'll have longshoremen and we'll have these jobs. They ain't going to have nothing. I thought the most amazing thing is when they were building the Walt Whitman Bridge, to watch that. I would go down that street over there, but I think when I was down there a few years ago, it was pretty like glass and a lot of stuff there.
Oh,
so,
broken up glass, yeah.
yeah, we better. There's not too much to see down there after I told you about the athletic field.
And what is this big building here?
That used to be,
Used to be, it's not anymore?
well, it used to be Rubber Royd, and then we had GAF was down here. No, that looks like it's something because they got new windows in there. It's probably
Yeah.
that company that bought the property where our house used to be. This here, I believe, used to be Waterworks. Might even still be. But so much undeveloped ground on the river. You know something's going to come. But like I say, it's funny. I didn't even know that we had a Mama Street in Gloucester until about a year or two after we moved to Powell Street. Because we never went far. We stayed within our own, you know, our own area. Okay, showed you that excitement up there. Isn't this exciting?
Mm-hmm.
You kids are too kind.
Well, it's, you know, in my imagination, you know, imagining what
Yeah.
it looked like with the houses
Oh,
here.
yeah. I mean, even our house, that was a big house. The houses next to it, they were little houses. But like I say, we had a big house there. So we did up here. That was 4th. I was going to take you up here for some reason. Then I'll bring you back around by the mansion house.